Hey y'all, it's the magic hour. How you doing out there? Happy Sunday. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I know that I did. So another great day to play a little Phoenix Wright, am I right? Hey, hey, good to see you, Virtue. How's your weekend going? Getting everything into place here. Get my microphone exactly where I want it. Yeah. All right. Hey, well, it's good to see you. I appreciate it. You were able to redeem the first this time. All right. So, we need to get back into our playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, which is, of course, the third game in the illustrious Phoenix Wright uh, series. All right. So, let's go ahead and open our save. We're going to continue with episode 3. Let's go ahead and load this up. Right? Get into it. Ah, yes, that's right. So, we are defending Maggie Bird, right? Once again, and there was a lot of discussion of Magshoe the last time that we were together. Sort of uh, an unspoken romance between these two characters. Seems like Detective Gumshoe has a fancy for Maggie at least. So, um, we had some unusual characters that we've encountered while investigating the crime. It seems like something may be different or suspicious about the business Maggie was working at, this restaurant. So, très bien, which we'll have to go back and investigate a little bit more. There was also this strange old man that was hanging out in this park with these pigeons, right? So that's something that we're going to need to get a little more info from him. He, of course, was a regular restaurant. He claims to be rich. He's been looking for a job. No shame in that. Fix something real quick. There we go. All right, no shame in that, of course. Looking for a job, but why does he lie about who he is, right? Okay. See here. Oh, let's talk. All right, fantastic. Okay, so as we are in Vitamin Square, is there anything else to? I think that we looked at almost everything. The pigeons are so busy pecking at the seeds, they don't notice anything else. Seeing those birds eat with such intense focus reminds me of Maya when she's scarfing down a burger. You don't see many parks like this anymore. What a great place for kids to play. That old man's the only one here, chucking his seeds at the pigeons. When I think back to when I was young, I wonder what I found so great about playing in a sandbox. Maybe I'll come back here in the middle of the night one of these days to relive it. On second thought, being arrested by Gumshoe would be too embarrassing to bear. This is where I found that jobs listing magazine before. A guy like me carrying around a magazine like that kinda gives the wrong impression. I guess I'd better give it back to that old man once this investigation's over. Look, Seem like it. Alright, and there's no one here to talk to, so I guess we gotta go back to Tribulations. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah. Plus, no one came to the restaurant. Ooh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. Oh? It can only be Raizo. Man, that sound effect gets me every time, I swear. Hi, happy Sunday. How you doing? How's your weekend going? Oh, man. We're just getting wound up here a little bit. I was ready to break out my my terrible fake French accent because I think that's kind of how the writing implies this guy. Sort of like the French chef in The Little Mermaid, like, Zut alors, I have missed one, you know? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya, no! How can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Psyche Locker 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Oh, that's true, that's true. Mr. Armstrong. Oh, you were waiting for my stream. Hey, well, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volontiers, of course. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we do need to talk about Maggie's motive, right? Should we confront him? Let's go ahead and save. We might need to get more evidence first. Oops. Get back up here. But let's go ahead and try to bust up this Psyche lock at this point. We have enough evidence. What happens if we present this to him? Oh, wait a minute. If we try to bust it up, he stole this from us. I wonder if he'll react to us going like, hey, what about this thing? What's gonna happen? Oh. Okay. Okay. Maggie's motive. Alright. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. Oh, he doesn't look very happy. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Alors, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... it disappeared. The ticket disappeared? This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Alright, okay. That's quite a motive for the crime. So Maggie allegedly knew that this dude had a lottery ticket worth $500,000, and she wanted it so bad that she just straight up murdered this guy at her job. I don't think so. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Mais alors? You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me? But I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. I think the winning lottery ticket was stolen by this person. Well, there's a very short list. I think it was him. I think this dude stole it. Right? He's being extremely sus right now. I think it was you. What about that? Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability it was you. Ah! Wow. That is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Mais, pourquoi moi? Pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. Why you? I am not Mask the Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Ooh, what about the Magatama, right? He stole that. Could it be that? It must be, right? Is there anything else that was stolen? Oh, that's right! The last time we were together, Victor Kudos, the old man, he was talking about how this guy was a convicted thief. Okay. This must be it. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please, read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before. A wicked man or woman? Repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, le mensonge! You are le liar! You deny it? Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see la incontestable proof you have I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Okay, well, this must be the Magatama, right? Here's some incontestable proof because you stole this from us. You stole this from me. Literally stole it from me. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. Oui. I have a weakness for la little trinkets and la figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. Oh, so he's a kleptomaniac. Okay. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not la small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. Mais non, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. No, you're a liar, my dude, because you are in debt. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash. Alright? John is in debt for, $500,000. To tender lender. I'm gonna go ahead and say, this is proof. Take that! This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Ugh. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Yes, okay. This is how you do it, alright? You tried. You tried so hard. Oh, you tried to lie to me, dude, but you can't lie to me. I'm an ace attorney. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to la radio with the earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Oh yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? Oui. He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I... Put the poison in his coffee? No. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? La victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it. La ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Mais non, ma fille. It was not... That's enough. Huh? Ah! Oh, Mr. Godot! What in the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Is his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am the airhead, no? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so... We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Ooh. That's a little ominous. Voila, you two! Time to laugh at that pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, Anyway, we can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. Oh, to be continued. Alright, it's time to go to trial then. But first, let's save our game. Just in case. Alright. Go. Yes. Good old defendant lobby. Okay. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Ah! Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing all right? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Well, I was doing more of like a Columbo impression, right? Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So, you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Alright. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation? Oh, alright. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh?
Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
Other way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday. Sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah. The guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence. Alright, so this dude died of potassium cyanide poisoning between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here.
Okay, so he was sitting with his back to where, like, the cash register area is. Okay.
Poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Okay. Got the floor plans. X is the victim scene. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own two hands. Dang, the aggressiveness. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. The incident took place. The victim was alone at his table, sir. You understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive.
Okay. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir.
But Maggie says that there was another person there, right? Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Ms. Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Okay, good point. Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
It's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said that there was no other guy at the table.
Well, I don't know. The two of them are both in financial straits, so they might have been compelled to lie. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I'm gonna guess that we should press harder, right? Okay. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? Huh? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. Ooh, sick burn, dude. Alright. Okay. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? Hey, it's level 394 on Dark Souls. How you doing? Happy Sunday, dude. How's your day going? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked the second person at the table? That's a really good point. I mean, there's a clear view, but I think perhaps they may be financially motivated to be dishonest. It's been fine. Hey, you know what? That's cool. I will take fine. I will take fine. Well, it's good to see ya. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. All right.
Understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup.
Oh, wait. You can't just give us a small detail like that on such a crucial matter. You need to get pressed. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? Okay, so here's the thing, Godot. Maybe not pepper, but people definitely put salt in their coffee to cut the bitterness. Oh. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Ugh. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. You put pepper in your coffee? Is that right? Does it really like set off the flavors for you? Makes it a spicy morning. Okay, let's press harder. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I think.
You like to put sugar and salt and pepper to make a super coffee. Oh, gross. Need to throw... Why just stop there? Why stop there? Throw a little maple syrup in there and... a little MSG, right? Sprinkle a little... In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
Huh? What piece was it again?
Okay, alright.
This.
Oh! Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him like this. Ugh.
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
So Maggie's fingerprints and the victim's fingerprints. Okay.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
I want to take a look at what we've got here first. Alright, so just for review, we have the Magatama for busting up people's lies. We have the magazine clipping about our defeat in court in a case that we don't remember. Sports paper left by the victim. Doodle is in the victim's handwriting. Here's $500,000. Here's a bum. Here's 100,000. And a picture of Mask to Mask. Okay. Job listings belonging to the old man. Terrible food from this restaurant. Oops. We have Jean's loan contract showing he was deep in debt. Scooter ridden by my phony. The wheel guard is all smashed up. Wonder if this person was involved in an accident. Glenn's autopsy report died of cyanide poisoning. Floor plans of Tribulations. Maybe the victim was the true Mask to Mask, right? Everyone wants to be Mask to Mask. I think that's what we learned last time, that everyone wishes they were Mask to Mask. Okay, here's the view. I like this fabric print that he has on all of the chairs, the upholstery print here with the TB for Très Bien. Very stylish. Stylish. Right. Quite a view. And the coffee cup. Okay. Alright, so we've got quite a bit of evidence to juggle here. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Alright, care to, elaborate on that? A little more? Some kind of a motive.
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh?
I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Oh? So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Ms. Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe.
She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I think we need to press harder. There's no way Maggie stole a lottery ticket. Wait a minute. Yes, I killed random people to steal their lottery tickets. Exactly, right? Oh my goodness. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ah. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order! Order! Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Okay. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. Oh man, this is not good. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie's starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. with one final, decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Ms. Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. Well, that's what the apron is for. It's to catch the stains so everything underneath stays clean. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Why does it have blood? I doubt it's blood, right? Because blood doesn't dry bright red. This has got to be ketchup. She's a waitress, right? It's gotta be like ketchup and coffee all over this thing. They're gonna have to tell me this is blood for me to believe it's blood. Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Oh, hi, spilled wine. It's so nice to see you. I hope you're having a great day. You gonna be lurking tonight? Okay, well, I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for your support. Some hearts for you, spilled wine. Heart. The coffee. That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Oh my goodness, that's... Oh. Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. And he see blood. Well, he's got kind of the Geordi from Star Trek visor situation going on. Maybe there's some component in that that lets him do an analysis. Forensic evidence. Well, detective, could the stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Ooh. I thought everyone knew what it was already. Haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made in this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They've all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all.
Ugh.
You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Ooh, more testimony, okay.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. Victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick. Then the investigation went smoothly. Maggie was searched, found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Right. That's a normal thing to say. That's it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin! Okay, so the thing I want to know is, if he didn't have any identification on him, how did they figure out who he was?
Crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. Victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly.
Alright, how did you find out? Seems pretty crucial. Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's what you basically said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going?
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
Prescription bag, huh? It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
Got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
Huh. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone, or should I ask to hear more? I think we need to ask about something. Ask about his health insurance. Well, I think leaving it alone is out of the question entirely. We can never leave anything alone, right? And I think asking about his health insurance is not particularly helpful, so we have to go with asking about the prescription bag. Yes. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty. Okay. Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison.
Really? The bottle of poison. Okay. Did we have another bottle? No, we didn't have another bottle. That was in a previous case. This is the bottle in question now. Okay.
And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Yes, a totally normal thing to say. Well, if there's nothing missing from the crime scene, and he had just picked up a prescription, where is the prescription? You just told us about this, man. Got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bag is empty. Where's the contents? What about this? What about this? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting. So hurry up, will ya?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
You are too cool, pal.
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've ever done so far, huh?
Hey, the victim was killed by poison. And the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Oh, that's right. Order, order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Huh. That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otolaryngological. It's like an ear, nose, and throat doctor, right? An ENT, right? Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of his head and ruptured his eardrum. Ouch. He ruptured his eardrum. Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? This doesn't sound like something a doctor would really give you. Like, it seems to me like doctors spend all their time telling you not to put anything in your ear, like especially not Q-tips, right? Then giving you a prescription medication you have to apply yourself inside the ear. I don't think... But maybe, right? Stranger things have happened. What? Yeah, it's a cream. So that's kind of the point though, right? Like, you go to the doctor because you ruptured your eardrum, and the doctor says, okay, go ahead and apply this on your eardrum, and hands you a tube with cream in it. How do you get it in there without, like, you know, using a Q-tip or your finger or something. I don't know. You just like squeeze the cream directly into your ear. I don't think that would be good either. Seems like you would need a medical professional to assist you with that particular procedure. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. Oh, the fine print of the autopsy report. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Eld correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. That's pretty gross. That's pretty gross. So you go to have a nice meal at a fancy restaurant, you look over at the next table, and there's some dude who's applying his ear cream. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe he had eaten his medication. Ugh. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Gotta push it. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Eld correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? Excellent point. He was using it, right? It should have been there. Your dog tripped on your headphone cable and caused your phone to fly to the ground. Oh no! Is everyone involved okay? The dog's okay? The phone's okay? The headphones are okay? You're okay? I have little mishaps like that once in a while with my dog, so I can sympathize. All of a sudden, there's chaos, right? Abrupt chaos. That's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? She's a little startled. Oh, poor baby. But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection.
You know as well as I do that the medication's irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. So now the witnesses are calling witnesses. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, trivial at best? So something goes missing from the scene of the crime, not a big deal. Let's move on. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me. Good, at least it bothers you, dude. Yay! Good job, Nick! The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. Alright, back in the lobby. What's the tea? Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. Hey, it's D-Bone. Happy Sunday, D-Bone. How you doing? Yeah, oh, this is going great. We're having a great time here. It's really starting to heat up in this case. And Godot really cracks me up. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, D-Bone? Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Oh no, No. Not Magashoe, you can't split up. You can't split up? Oh no. I hope this gets resolved. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is gonna be that old guy from the park, right? This is that Maggie person? Yeah, you remember from the previous game, right? Where she was a policewoman? Well, we are once again defending Maggie in court because she is suspected of having committed a murder. Now, she was only a waitress at the scene of the crime. And she's clearly much too innocent a person to have committed murder, so we're just sort of assuming she did not commit this murder. In fact, in all of the flashbacks, it looks like our doppelganger may have been involved in the murder. That's right, there's an evil Phoenix Wright who talks like a mobster. Look at the big red nose on that guy. Oh yeah, this fella, Mr. Kudo. So this dude, he's a bit sus. We have come to find out he's had financial problems recently, so he may have been financially motivated to not tell the truth. So we're gonna see what happens here. Yes, sus. That's the technical legal term. All right. Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. Objection. Super sus. Alright. I saw him vent, Your Honor. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Kajou, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too. You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, youngin', how much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do. Or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh, yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, huh? I see. So, you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. The young man was reading the sports paper. Serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Okay. Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, hmm? I don't know, it's like a little rude and demeaning, maybe. Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. The young man was reading the sports paper. Serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Nah, you only remember her from the neck down, my dude. I don't think you know what any of the waitresses look like at this establishment. You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. That's why you go to Tribulations, my dude. Because you're a dirty old man, you know? So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognize about her, too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Oh, we always gotta press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. Okay. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
As if I wouldn't remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. Huh. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's more to this somehow. Okay. We could... Well, we could leave it. We're not gonna leave it. We never could leave it alone. So our real choices are ask about the straps or ask about the waitress's back. Huh. Did he just see her from behind? The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure.
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front.
Well, we just saw her apron and it was covered in stuff, right? Where is that apron? This dude's lying. Here we go. What about this? This didn't catch your attention? Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly.
Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Huh? Well, you half-witted clot?
Ow.
What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. Oh? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you really had seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Oops. This is a murder trial, my dude. Witness, you can't just oops your way out of this. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Ms. Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember. Probably more like he's messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay.
He was another one of these pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. Young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. All right, so something here's got to have a contradiction, right? So let's see what we have that's related to the situation here. Do we have a picture of this guy? We have a sports paper with the doodle on it. Have the autopsy report. Floor plans. Crime photos. Look at this. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Okay. So he was drinking it with his right hand. Okay. Anything else? Coffee cup. Got the mouse stain here. All right. He was clearly holding it. And all right. Anything else? Do you see anything else that's related to this particular line of questioning? Okay. So, it seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are always so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's testimony is shot. Yeah. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Alright. Something's gotta be weird here. Let's see this again.
He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages.
Alright. So he's holding a newspaper in his right hand.
Listening to the wireless, I remember that well. And the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. Little Fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
Okay, so this guy is saying that the murder victim was holding a newspaper in his right hand and holding the coffee cup in his left hand and taking a sip from it, right? And then immediately basically dies. This is weird. Because if he was holding it in his left hand, then the handle would be on this side and the lip print here. So basically it would be on the opposite side of the cup for where it is now. We know for sure he must have been holding it in the right hand because of the marks on the cup. What about that? Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory?
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell ya. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand. while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
Ha! What is this, kindergarten?
But I'd like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Hey, did this trip you up? You know, it's kind of in the logic of these games, in that there's usually some detail that you really didn't necessarily need that detail, and the only reason they added that detail is because you have a piece of evidence that contradicts it. So that's why I always kind of hone in on that kind of stuff. But I bet we run into something that trips me up soon. I think I was just lucky this time. All right. See, in particular, I thought when we first got this piece of evidence of this cup, I thought it was strange that they had lip prints on it at all. Like, it would make, to me, it would make more sense if it was a woman who was a victim and there was lipstick on the cup. Like, that would make more sense to me. But anyway, so here you have this kind of like extra evidence, if you will, of this lip print. And then you come along and you have this other fellow who's clearly going to be lying. Your dog's begging for your rice? Yeah, I have that problem too. My dog loves rice. I usually have to bribe him to eat his own dinner by putting a little bit of rice or maybe a little bit of cheese or something on it. So spoiled. All right. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. Consider where that stain is. You'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance.
You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Oh yeah, are we gonna get a performance?
Ah!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where Wait!
If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong.
Oh, you're mad, all right. You're big mad.
I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I saw what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
That young Brad was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Oh, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. I've been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot! But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
All right.
Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs.
Oh, hold on. Do we have a picture? I guess this is the only picture. But we don't see his face. I'm pretty sure he was wearing that on his left side, right? Okay.
He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
Okay. All right. Can you present profiles? Yes, you can present profiles. Absolutely, you can. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. Oh, we're in an ad right now, so I'm just gonna have a little while we wait for folks to go. Stretch. Yeah, so we can present profile. That is always very helpful.
HD, TBD, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts in good old black and white.
All right, left hand or right hand? So, I think we ought to go back through the evidence and see if there's anything related to the left or the right side. And the thing that stands out to me is that we know for sure something that happened before this guy went to Tribulations is he went and he got this prescription filled, right? And he got this prescription filled because one of his ears was busted, right? Left eardrum was ruptured. So there you go, right? This is getting into the whole left-right situation, right? There's no way he would have been wearing an earpiece on the left side because his eardrum was ruptured. It would be so painful, right? Okay, so how about just presenting this to this statement? Is this gonna work? I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh?
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon! Pretty pigeon.
Whoa. This guy is weird. Order, order, order! This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know that his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
Ugh.
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk Okay. This guy has a way with words.
Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. After this game, what Ace Attorney game am I going to play? Oh, that's a good question. So I was going to try to see if it would be possible for me to continue playing this in chronological order of release. And I believe next up I have to get an emulator going. Is that right? For the next game in the series? Let me look it up real quick. Now that you ask about it. Take a couple moments here. So, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And let's see here. The series. Okay. So the next game would be Apollo Justice, right? Which was released for the 3DS. I might see if I can... Gosh, either get an emulator or... Now, didn't we talk about this the last time we were together, 394? I feel like we did discuss this. And I feel like you and another viewer gave me some advice on this front. You can play Miles Edgeworth Investigations at any time, but it's recommended to play after this trilogy. Oh, really? So the Miles Edgeworth Investigations game, huh? Now, is that the 2009 game, Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth? Or are we talking about a different game? Let's take a look at this. Alright. So this is one that's available on iOS and Android. And so we could get that going pretty easily. Ah, excellent. So what you're saying is that I should skip the Apollo Justice game and proceed directly to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. That's your suggestion? That sounds pretty good to me. Okay. Alright, well then I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that going. Since it is available on Android, that shouldn't be too difficult. Fabulous. Alright, well I got a lot on my plate here, don't I? The official subreddit of Ace Attorney says it's not mandatory but recommended. Ah, okay. Well, if that's what the official subreddit says, I'll take their advice. Alright. Sounds good. And I was thinking that we might play through a non-Ace Attorney investigation game during October. I was thinking maybe playing some of these ghost hunting games that have come out recently. Hopefully there will be some really good updates to those kinds of games for, you know, the whole spooky season. So I really enjoy that too. Do you like those kinds of games? Level 394? You know, like Phasmophobia, for example. Do you like games like that? And there's nothing to say we can't trade off a little bit here. You've never played games like that? Ah, well, you know, it is a lot of fun because it does require, you know, deductive reasoning and things like this. So in that aspect, it is somewhat similar to these games. You have to find evidence and come to conclusions, right? And it is of course spooky because there are ghosts and this sort of thing. So it's kind of nice to have some stakes, though. You know that you have something to risk when you're playing the game. So, oh my goodness. Okay, well, for now, we will continue to play through this. This particular installment has been a lot of fun. I enjoy this character of Godot quite a lot. I think it's charming that he's constantly drinking coffee, too. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witnesses already testified on numerous occasions. The victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Objection!
Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. Oh, that's convenient for you to say this when we're talking about an eyewitness and part of his testimony is incorrect and he's doubling down on it. The subreddit says the investigation games are spin-offs separate from the main game, but it's recommended to play after the trilogy. Ah, I see. So they made a few games after, but they weren't necessarily in the recommended order. I see. Well, if we're playing through the whole story, I'd rather play through the recommended order. It's good to know. Thanks for sharing that with me. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Just like this. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Ugh. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Do you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? I say bring it on, my dude. The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker. Ah, it was only released, the second one was only released in Japan but has a fan translation. Called Prosecutor's Path. Okay, okay. I'll have to seek that out. Are these sorts of things available and linked on the subreddit? Should I be going there, do you think? To make my search a little easier? Or is this one of those types of things that it's like, well, it's best if you don't talk exactly about where you got these things? Oh my goodness. Can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would ya? It's gotta be using some kind of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. It just seems that he's got an infinite amount of seeds to throw wildly at everyone who ticks him off.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of the cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
You used a YouTube video to get the download link for the translation. But make sure you get your translations from a more reliable source just in case. Ah, okay. All right, I'll have to do a little bit of research before we get to that one. But that's no problem. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You doubting me again? You doubting a poor defenseless old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, so what, probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Okay.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over.
The vase?
It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me.
Like he's saying I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, youngin'. Guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then. Oh, there's a link for the fan translation in the subreddit. Ah, wonderful. What a great resource. I love Reddit. It can be a great resource for certain things. Okay, do we have a picture of the vase? Because this seems to be the standout component of this testimony, this discussion of the vase being knocked over. So let's see here. Is there one that's in the photo? Well, yeah, there's a vase in the photo, but as we can see, it is clearly still standing, and this dude is dead. Alright. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Huh. So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch. Ow! Ow! Enough.
You throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ooh.
What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes? Go on?
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Oh, dude. Oh. This is like the definition of TMI. Yeah, I'd be sweating too, Phoenix. Godot's smiling a little too much there. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Have I been any use at all? No, you have not. Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. And I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. A mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Ooh, is this another haiku? Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever, the prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Godot's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. Here are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, they have 6 episodes, so they're gonna take longer to beat. Okay, good to know. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. We have 3 copies of this. Oh, okay, time to save the game. Alright, let's go ahead and save this. Oh, overwriting it. And then I need to get a little bit of water here, so I will be right back and just, I guess I'll run that while I'm FK, okay? That way we'll get rid of the pre-rolls. Anyone else? Alright, here goes no. That is almost over. Right. So, go ahead and load in. Here we go. Oh, we're back at our office. Okay. All right, I'll take it. So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Okay. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Ah, some art to share, huh? Let me take a look at this real quick. Aww, they're like siblings. Yeah, the Von Karma siblings. Right? Obsessing over things that Wright said. I love it. I love their dynamic. And there's a lot of talented artists in the fandom, aren't there? Yeah, we gotta find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Alright, what should we do? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has gotta be at Tribulations. Yeah, Tribulations seems to be the place we need to be checking out. Well, then let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Alright. So, let's go to Tribulations. How do we get there again? Do we have to go to the detention center first? Let's go to the detention center. Oh, something new? I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Right? Now we can get to Tribulations. Empty as usual. Have I completed the Great Ace Attorney games yet? No, I haven't. So, if I understand which one you're talking about, you mean the one that was, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? Or is there even more than one of those? See here. The Great Ace Attorney adventures and a sequel, The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. Both games released worldwide in July 2021 via The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Okay, so this one I actually have played a little bit on my Switch. I had to double check and make sure which one it was. This one I have played through partly, but I did not beat it. And I like the setting, I like the characters, I like all of this, but I feel like that game didn't have as much of an investigative component, which I really like. Until which chapter? Oh, let's see here. Feel like it. Maybe it was. Oh no, I didn't get to that. So it must be part of the first game. So I don't remember which chapter it was, but if you know these things offhand, I remember that we were on a boat to England, I want to say. So I got up to the point where like we were in Japan and we had our homie got killed and he was like a superstar and he was going to have this law internship type situation in England, I'm pretty sure, right? And we ended up going in his stead through a long circumstance chain of event, right? And then we were on a boat. I'm on a good. So we were on a boat. We were on our way to England. I don't know which chapter that is. Chronicle. Oh, that's chapter 2. Oh, see, there you go. There you go. I must have gotten distracted by something else that came out. I must have had something else that was taking up my attention. But I played through, the first chapter, obviously, and then playing through that first chapter made me really want to play through the older games. It made me remember how much I love the older games. So I was like, well, why don't I just stop what I'm doing and start over, if I'm going to play through these games, why not play from the beginning? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got the report yet. Is that the blue badger? Aw, that's so cute. I love the post-it note with the blue badger. That's the first thing that drew my attention. Oh my gosh, adorable fan art. I love it. I love it. This game's community is so great. Okay. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was, I was just, I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is. And he's having the twin tea set.
What can I say?
Why are you eating it? It's terrible.
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know?
You always blow about my testimony. Why, of all days, couldn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean.
Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Oh, how could you say that? You're breaking our boy's heart. You gotta let him down gently. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why?
Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I've never paid that much for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was, delicate.
Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? It looks like he's thinking.
That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid $20 for it, you know?
That's that sunken cost fallacy, my dude. You gotta let that go. Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey, Nick. Maybe that's why Glenn came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenn, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So, what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh?
That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that? That was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing really. It was just the, daily exercise show.
Oh, our boy's lying to us. A little one-lock fibby fib. What the? A psyche lock?
This lunch's specials lobster's great.
Yeah, right. Then why are there tears in your eyes? Okay. Well, it's only a one-lock situation, right? So let's just go ahead and give it a shot, right? Let's save our game real quick, just in case. All right. Go ahead and present this Magatama, right? Oh, I gotta back out a little bit. Here we go. And how about this? Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Tell me what I want to know. All right, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
Oh wait, pal. Now that you made such a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to spores right here, right? No. The lottery, right? Could it be this? I mean, okay. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenn Ellig did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? I've cracked him already.
See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing.
Alright, well, it's still a victory. I'll take it. What's the tea?
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how'd it go?
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Elg was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay. Alright. Well, we're also supposed to ask him more about the victim, right? So let's go to the profiles. Tell me about this guy.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer. The place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? Oh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This should be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint.
You should take a look.
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh? Alright, anything else to talk about? No, we already talked about it. Oh, and we can get there directly from here. Well, I say it's time to go. Ooh, look at this place. Okay. Are these dudes just chilling in a server room? What's going on here? January 7th of December's calendar up here. A bunch of post-it notes all over the place. See. Okay. Wow. This place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Oh. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. That's another, what is it? An anagram? Is that what they're called? Is it the same forward and backward? I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Ah, okay. Alright. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elk's? That's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs. Then, do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. Alright, let's talk, lady. Robo lady. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slicing on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, the program influences response time and performance. The codependence of variables. Memory overhead is vitally important to success. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Incorporated. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Alright, well let's look at it then, right? There's a lot of stuff. No clues here. On the ground. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? They're betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh, wow. His drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Over 500 losing tickets. Wow. This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Was he living at work? Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. Don't listen to her, Phoenix. You can have as messy a desk as you want, as long as you're productive. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry, then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Interesting. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice. And what about your spirit medium training? Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Anything else? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Alright, anything else to look at here? I feel like we've looked at everything in the room. Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. We have talked to her about company, we've talked to her about what happened. Alright. I guess we should ask her about some stuff? Maybe we could present... Got a lot of evidence now, don't we? Okay, so we have picked up these losing horse racing tickets and the calendar here. Meeting with the tiger. Is she the tiger? Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, That data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness. No, Maya. This is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. A code word? Huh. Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elg. What do you say? All right. That's pretty clear. Let's ask about Glen Elg. Here he is. Yeah, right? The 300 reference there. This is Sparta! About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all, a model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. Gotta find out what this trouble was exactly. Ah, some new stuff to talk about. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now? You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Okay. Robo Girl here is lined. Oh, 3 locks. 3 psyche locks. I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Okay. Do we have enough stuff here? I don't know. I mean, we have these tickets. We have the calendar. Not sure we've got enough to go forward with this psyche lock yet. Can we go anywhere? Where can we go? Where can we go? We can go back to Tribien. Okay. Maybe somebody at Tribien knows more about this company? Well, not this guy. Anywhere else? Got the detention center, the kitchen of Tribien. Oh, there was that weird bottle. Let's go there. Kitchen of Tribien. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Oh, it's that girl. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. It's a little creepy. No, no, no. Stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. But no, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh no, you do not have to worry. You know you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. For now.
Yikes. Oh, I have the shivers.
Me too, dude.
I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There. Ah, oui. That feels good.
Oh.
Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur.
My eyes! My eyes! What's sandalwood? Well, I presume it comes from an actual sandalwood tree, perhaps? But it's like a scent that's used commonly in perfumes. Got like a musky scent to it. I've never looked at the actual tree. It is a tree. Okay, it is a tree. Aromatic. Sandalwood is often cited as one of the most expensive woods in the world, according to Wikipedia. That's interesting. I didn't know that. All right. So some good stink. You got a DoorDash ad, huh? Man, I'm getting hungry. All right. My eyes! My eyes!
Your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. La oil of sandalwood.
Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook you la dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick.
But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is pay.
Oh, for choose my next game? Oh, yes. So I would say it has to be a game that I actually could get a copy of. That is playable on desktop, ideally, but I do have a capture card, so if it's something on Switch or on PlayStation 5, for example, I would find a way to be able to play that. I'm open to just about anything, as long as it's not, something that's banned by Twitch or, something silly like that. Do you have something in mind?
I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays? Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya?
But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me.
Sad lady. This lady is ultra sus. So, who was that woman you were just talking to?
Oh la la, you saw that?
Ah, well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looks so polite and graceful.
Polite? Graceful?
And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
When you're being polite, you tell people you'll stab their heart. Exactly, right? Certainly, certainly. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. Okay, so we should show him a piece of evidence. Okay, so she is obviously there to collect a debt on a monthly basis, right? Super scary, threatening to burn the place down, right? Low-key, I'm gonna burn your place down, but you need to keep making these payments, and maybe I won't. Alright. So, let's go back and present. And this dude, he's on the hook, right? For $500,000 to tender lender?
So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with la broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Oui, they kept harassing me months after months. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
Mais bien sûr, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
No, I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with la salad garnish.
Ew. I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Ah!
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's,
Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly, I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh?
No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills.
The woman who is here, the scary woman, she is from la loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui, lender it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? That sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. What happens if you borrow $11?
Oh, you cannot borrow $11. That is simply too much, level 394. $10 is okay, $11? They cut off your thumbs.
Alright.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me la money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
The tiger.
The tiger?
Oui. He is the manager of the tender lender. A terrifying man. La big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ear for 3 days.
Huh. I wonder if this belongs to him. We'll come back to that.
As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry.
Oh, it is his. Okay. Yeah, it sounds exactly like our phony. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh, no, no, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Also, oui, he does have the spiky hair, just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose.
Huh. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
If you want to visit the tender lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Alright, well that's the sign. Let's get out of here. And let's go to Vitamin Square. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
Oh, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye!
Alright, peace out, my dude. Good to see ya. Oh, he's back. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. You can buy yourself a copy of Lego Jurassic World on sale. Actually,
I kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
a favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it.
Aw, that's so cute. He made her some food. Aw, that's super cute. That's super, super cute. Oh, I almost forgot. An additional source of game choices on that. I have the Xbox Games Pass subscription right now, so if there's something on there, that would be great. And get some usage out of that Game Pass.
I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Oh, the stress. Poor thing. Detective Gumshoe. You don't even own an Xbox? Well, it's the same thing that works for a desktop PC. So like, I had played, well, you weren't here for this, right? But I had played like Power Washing Simulator, which was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But they basically have a huge library of games that you have access for, and you pay. I don't remember exactly. It's either like $10 or $15 a month. You can play through any of these games that are in their library. So that's a lot of fun too. There are a lot of things that might be fun to play there. There's a rusty old Xbox One that doesn't work in your house. It belonged to your brother, but he moved out. Yeah, there haven't really been a lot of Xbox One exclusive titles. All right. Let's see here. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of the tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make. So please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I? Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya to carry. Tenderly handmade lunchbox. Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
Okay. He's finally gone. Okay, so we were supposed to first go to Vitamin Square and then Tenderlender, right? Huh. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Present the lunchbox as evidence in court? Yeah, right before I present my badge, right? But what about this, Your Honor? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Go to Tenderlender. Ooh, gosh, look at this place. Little sus. All right, win through compromise, it says it. Wait a minute. It's a blue suit with a little attorney badge on the lapel. That looks like my suit, and there's a bunch of stuff on the ground. Your Honor, this lunchbox will prove my client's innocence. Exactly. She couldn't have possibly committed the murder. Look at all these little weenies. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Oh. Talk about a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, gosh, it's this chick. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Coffee? Oh my goodness. In your opinion so far, the Great Ace Attorney games are looking better than the Trilogy games. Really? Okay. Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. The final case in Trials and Tribulations can't be beat? For real? Oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? Alright, so let's examine this place. What is this paper? Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Oh. Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car is registered to the Cadaverinis? Oh. Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Paid by Tigre to the Cadaverini family. Oh, maybe that's how he wrecked his scooter. Maybe he ran it into someone's car, right? Okay. Anything else to look at? These outfits here? Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. Huh. The same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? Yikes. I'm scared, Nick. So? What were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of the suit. That's an attorney's badge that's made out of cardboard. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way! Look at this thing. It's made of paper. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Anything else? All this. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning that up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey! There's a book of matches here, too. From Tribulations, Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says, Tribulations. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah! The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Anything else? The carpet? That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see my nose. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's got to be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way! You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it! I was right before back at Tribune. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Else to look at here. Win through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That... Ah! That's Tenderlender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? What's my opinion on Turnabout Big Top? Turnabout Big Top. Let's see here. Oh, right, with the Berry Big Circus? I don't know, it didn't really strike me that much, but I have the feeling you're asking me because there's some controversy over that particular case, right? What did you think? Oh, yeah. Well, I did like the characters of Ben and Trilloquist. I thought they were funny as comic relief. I thought Regina Berry was really creepy to be the fixation of everyone involved in that story. Yeah, that was a really tragic story, actually. But I bet it's controversial if you're asking me. What's your opinion? Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever have to explain to their customers. Ooh. You just like it because it was really boring? Mm-hmm. I could see that. It wasn't really as exciting as most cases. It was kind of blah. The circus setting itself isn't necessarily a bad setting, but yeah. It feels like they could have done more with that case. Mm-hmm. Alright, did we look at everything? Oh, can't forget about this. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? Oh. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. Yikes. That coffee! It was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick! My stomach, it's killing me! Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We'd better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? Oh, she means Rocky, right? Eye of the Tiger. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the desk in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Ah! I'm out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping around my office for?
Oh my gosh, this must be the tiger. No wonder he's so orange. Nothing, we just...
Wah, my precious carpet. You's got ash on my rug. You gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
It wasn't us, it was already like...
You's wanna argue with me? Is that what you's doing? You think you's can take me on? I'm gonna flatten you's doing the pancakes and turns you into my new rugs.
Ah!
Oh.
Don Tigre, you're back. That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and... Eeh, is she got a death wish, or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Yeah, he seems scared of her. I think she's running this place.
Ah, Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to ask.
No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Ah! Wait! Please! That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either. The espresso. Ah! And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Alright, so now we get a chance to talk to Violetta, right? Does that mean that we have her profile? Yeah, Violetta. Age question mark question mark? Very suspicious. Alright. Well, we finally have a chance to talk to this gal. But I do see that it is past the time where I normally wrap up the stream, so let me go ahead and save where we're at right here. Save this. Go. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream then for the night. Hey, thanks so much, Virtue. I really appreciate your support. So, thank you so much to everyone who showed up to support my stream. I really appreciate you. I had a great time tonight, and I hope that you did too. I'm going to be back again tomorrow night, picking up exactly here where we're leaving off with Violetta. starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully you'll stop by and join me again. All right, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your evening. Bye now.